Hello, grade 8. We are going to look at distributive property. Now, distributive property is sometimes called expanding. We're going to expand the question. Let's take a look at an example. Expand the following expression. 15 bracket x plus 2. Look at this. I say you could write x plus 2 15 times, then combine. Because that is what distributive property is saying. The 15 is saying we have 15 groups of x plus 2. Look what I did. I wrote it 15 times. Oh, imagine doing that all the time. I add up all my x's, 15 x's. Well, makes sense, yeah. I have 15 outside. There's 15 times I'm writing it, I'm going to have 15 x's. But then I go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Oh, take a breath. 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. 15x plus 30. So is that how we want to do distributive property every time? It's going to take a lot of paper, But now if we scroll down, look at this way. Oh, what do brackets mean? Yes, they mean importance. I would agree. They also mean multiply. So we take our same question. 15 bracket x plus 2. Look at these beautiful rainbows, and this is what I want to see in everybody's work. 15 times x, brackets mean multiply. In front of the x is a 1. 15 times x is 15x. What's 15 times 2? 30. 15x plus 30 is expanding that expression or doing distributive property to that expression. I like the multiplication much better. And Renton will do the multiplication because look at all the paper I have to buy. Oh, those poor trees. Let's take a look at an example. Now, this is a little bit different from your notes. I made a new example. Some common mistakes we're going to see. Here is our question. -3 bracket x minus 2 bracket equals 18. First step, distributive property. Not like terms, not simplify, not anything else, distributive property. So when I look at my distributive property, I have a -3 times x, a -3 times a -2. Watch your signs. Look at my work. -3 times positive x is -3x. A -3 times a -2, a negative times a negative is a positive. 3 times 2 is 6. Look how my -3 did not touch the 18. The -3 is only multiplied by everything inside my brackets. The 18 is not inside my brackets, it is on the right side. Then once we do that, we come back to our old favorites, inverse operation. It is based on like terms. -3x has no like terms, but +6 does. Inverse is -6, balance equation at -6 from 18. Or sorry, 18 minus 6 is 12. Good. Come down. Now we have to isolate the variable through inverse operation. And of course, the inverse of multiply is divide. Divide my left side by -3, divide my right side by -3. And this should be fairly familiar for all of us. X equals -4. We try to keep our equals lined up as best possible. And we always do math top down, not left, right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's go on to verify. And here's another good reason why I picked this question is look, my x is -4. We have a negative substitute. Come down to here. We're going to substitute for a positive x and -4. But before we do that, let's go to this example. On this example, substitutions with a negative. Look at this question. -x plus 2 equals 8. X is equal to -6. Many of us would just sub in that 6 for the place of the x and go, oh, the negative's already there. Can't do that. That is a mistake. When I look at my process here, this negative right here in front of the x is that negative right there. My x I'm subbing for. I'm not subbing for negative x. I'm subbing for my x. So I have to put a -6 in there. So that -6, look at my talented penmanship, goes right there. And then we do our process. What's a negative times a negative? A positive. 6 plus 2, 6 plus 2 is 8. Left side equals right side. Go back to our question. Let's substitute in now. Come down, we sub. X equals negative 4. I put in my negative 4 for my x. Now let's do some work here. Negative 4 minus 2. Ooh, we still have so much issue with that. How about this question? Negative 4 plus bracket negative 2. Add the opposite. I owe $4, I owe $2, I owe $6. Negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6. Negative 4 plus negative 2 is negative 6. Now let's go to a negative times a negative. Sign first. Negative times a negative is a positive. Good. 3 times 6 is 18. 18 equals 18. Left side equals right side. A question I always had was, why, oh why do we do this verification? It is painful. When I was a kid, I used to think that. Here's why. If your left side does not equal your right side, then a mistake has happened. Do not erase all your work. Check your order of operations in your verify first. Look at your signs. Look at all these great points I have down here. So if we verify and left side does not equal right side, we made a mistake. Do not erase. Check your order of operations and your verify. Go back to your solve. Look for some sign errors. These are common mistakes. Look at the inverse operation. Did you inverse? A lot of times people don't. They go through pretty quickly. Did you balance with the same sign? So the inverse correctly, and then the balance with the opposite signs. Look at your basic arithmetic. Is it done correctly? And cover your old process and redo if you have to. But a lot of times when kids erase, they erase and then they do it over again. And you know what? They can see their pencil marks. They do the same mistakes. I hope that helped, ladies and gentlemen. We see in this question, left side equals right side. We are correct. Our correct solution is x equals negative 4 for a distributive property. Take care, everyone. Contact your teacher if you need any help. Emails, private chat on Google Classroom. Take care.